It's massive, that is. Spray up that kiddie camera. Well, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'm at Melincourt Waterfall, and wow, what a bloody bit of water we've got coming out of here. This is one of those situations though where it's so cool to look at, but you've got absolutely no chance of taking a decent photograph of this. Believe me, that is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. If you end up in there, you're going down the river. Now I'm going to have a look around and see if I can get the camera out, but I've got some plans for some other waterfalls today, so we'll see. But that is impressive. I can't even see out my glasses anymore. They're all steamed up with the spray that's coming off. It's just mental, absolutely mental. Wow, and I'm not alone. I'll introduce you later on, but I'm not alone. And I'm back on, and then those of you that have good eyesight will notice that I'm not wearing blue anymore, I'm wearing yellow. Got pretty drenched out of a waterfall, didn't take any photographs, didn't even get the camera out, didn't even take a photo phone, you know, on my mobile. It was far too wet, far too dangerous to get near it, and just drenched. So I was with Gareth Danks, and we decided to go for a walk up the top to try and find the brook. Couldn't find it, so we gave up. He's disappeared for this afternoon, he's got other places to shoot today. But I've come for a walk on one of the waterfall walks because I am in waterfall country, and what's catching my eye is all these greens and lines and shapes, and all the mosses on the tree are just glowing in the air. They really are glowing. But every time I get my phone out to have a look to see if there's a picture there, I just can't seem to find an image out of it. So it's not worth me stopping and doing it. But the greens on these trees and the rivers, it's just amazing. But I'm going to go and find the big waterfall, and then yeah, I'm going to have a look at it, see if I can get a shot of it, because I hate not making videos, because I actually thoroughly enjoy putting videos out and showing you where I am, and I just like to get at least one image to put to the video. So yeah, I'll see you when I get to the waterfall, and I'm just going to enjoy the walk and listen to some music on the way through. Whew, what a day. Raining, wet, but lots and lots of water. Walking up this pathway, and there's a drop off just here, there's a shelf where the water runs off. I got the camera out of my bag, took a couple of handheld shots because I didn't think it was validated me actually putting it on a tripod. I weren't so sure of it in these conditions. Maybe in autumn when there's some leaves on the trees it might be better, because when you're looking up this way it's a bit scrubby. But I'm just coming up on the waterfall now. I can just see it through the gap in the trees there. So this is where I plan to come to and have a look. So this is my starter for 10, and see if I can get an image down here before I move on round to the next one. So needless to say, I'm on the wrong side of the river. I just saw some kids and that scrambling around the side, and they went underneath and around the back of it, but I am not doing that on my own. So I'm going to go back down the river about 5 minutes, cross the bridge and head back up the other side and see if I can get on the photogenic side of that waterfall. And I've got to get at least one photograph of a waterfall. Gosh, I'm in waterfall country. What more can I ask for? I'm now on the other side of the river, and I've turned my music off because in my sound improving earphones I can hear a thundering roar, and that thunder has got to be the sound of this water plummeting into the ground, into the pool below it. And now I'm on this side, it does look pretty impressive. It's not just a big wall of water, it is a cave with water around it and stuff like that. It's awesome. And listen to that sound. What a noise. Goodness me. What A noise. Wow. What an impressive size waterfall. Now I have noticed that from this side you can't get round to it with the water level being so high, and people are going around the other side, and I've just got a picture on my phone of a person stood next to it, and I'm not sure if I've got a little bit of B-roll with it as well, and you can just see how big it is with that little person. I think, I've got a feeling this is the Batman waterfall. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. And there's cascades above it as well, right up in the top, which I think you can go up round here and have a look, which I might have a quick nose before I head back to the van. I'm only going to do this one waterfall because I want to go somewhere else later on for this evening, and time is cracking on, and I much prefer being around other people than on my own. Now I've used these rocks in the foreground, there are a few dead leaves on it, I may chuck a few more on there but probably not, and I'm putting the foreground further in the distance, so the foreground, I'm putting the waterfall in the distance, and I'm trying a couple of different shutter speeds to try and get a little bit of movement, because there's so much water it's really hard to get that movement in it. I've tried f11, f16, f8, different depths of field as well, and I'm trying to get a little bit of movement in the water, so I want a quicker shutter speed for the main cascade, so I can freeze the motion a bit and get some texture in the water, and then I want a longer exposure for the water on the bottom, so I've got these little swirly bubbles that are just making a slight bit of pattern in the water, and then I want a decent enough shutter speed and exposure for the rocks on the right hand side. So that's my first image, but already when I first got here I spotted one that I really like, and that's down in the water, so I've got to get down there on the water's edge, and there's a load of fungi on a tree stump, and I think that'll make a great foreground, because just the waterfall on its own is nothing other than water really. So I've got what I think is quite a nice shot actually. I love this tree root sticking out, this stump with these fungi on it, because it really does add something to the picture, but I'm not so sure whether the image is a bit off balance, because everything's happening on the right hand side. I've got the waterfall, the tree stump, and then a big shiny boulder, and in the water, so I'm not sure whether it's a bit off balance really. There's more going on the right hand side definitely. So what I'm going to try and do now is I'm going to do a vertical shot. And because I've got this new atoll, did you see that? I just literally flipped it around like that. The new atoll, which is on the tripod at the moment, is pretty cool. You just literally undo the side there, and I go from horizontal to vertical in a second. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, because I've got this attached to the camera, it makes it very easy. No risk of dropping it in the water either. You know, when you undo your tripod and plop, yeah, no risk of that. So I'm going to give it a go and see if I can get a vertical shot as well, and I think actually looking at this, the vertical is going to play out a lot better, using the leading lines, the grass, the rocks, setting up my polarizer to see through the shininess and getting the detail in the bottom, and I think that will probably work out a better shot. But yeah, you let me know in the comments how you think the image looks and whether you prefer the horizontal or the vertical one, because I think definitely the vertical looks better, but the horizontal had a little bit more going on in the frame. Well, I just can't believe it. I think the photographic opportunities are now gone, because we've got a load of young ladies all decided to go in the water. So there's the end of the photographs, but my God, aren't they brave? There's no chance I would do something like that. I'd love to, but I just am not brave enough to do that sort of thing. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. I'm very surprised on how shallow it is. They're only up to their calf muscles, which is really surprising. I was expecting it to be a lot deeper out there. So yeah, I could actually probably walk out there with my wellies on. But yeah, very impressed, very impressed. So I'm heading back down river now. I left the ladies in peace. They were all thoroughly enjoying themselves in the water, splashing around. They were all getting out as I walked off, and I went and spoke to them and gave them a card, and got permission to put them in the video that you've just seen, and they were all more than happy. And hopefully you ladies, if you're visiting and you're seeing the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and give us that thumbs up, and have a look for some more places I've been to. Even if you're not into photography, you never know, you might find somewhere of interest, and somewhere interesting you haven't seen before, which is all about part of it. Coming through. Cheers guys. What? They all went in, all them women.
I know, I've seen them.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, crazy, absolutely crazy. See you later. So yeah, heading back now down to the van. Get myself a sandwich, thanks to Nigel's wife, Cor. She made some sandwiches for the two of us, and he hasn't come out, so I've got extra sandwiches for me. Cheers then, Nige. Yeah, I'm going to head up to a place where I want to get a photograph. I tried to do it on the way down when I first came down the other day. I don't even know what day it is. It's Christmas holidays, Friday I think it is. Yeah, I'm going to head there for this evening and try and get a shot. It's pretty much a one-shot pony, so if I do get it, I'll probably end up just putting the photograph up on the screen for you. And yeah, just to show you where it is I went. I think something like the Horseshoe Road, or no, the Hairpin Road. I don't know what it's called, but I'll put an image up if I manage to get one for you at the end of this. And like I just said, thanks for watching before, and again, if you're here and you're new and you're not, like and subscribe. I know that I've got so many subscribers, but I don't have the notifications and the thumbs up, or I get the viewers and not the subscriptions. So yeah, do please hit that notification bell and do give us that thumbs up, because it really does help me, helps the channel, and it's very encouraging when you do. Drop us a comment, I'd like to hear what you think. That apparently, when I said the ladies were up to their knees, she said that this is not normally like this, it's not normally covered in water, it's not. And then I remembered, so I see most of the images, it's just like a middle-sized waterfall with like a beach area. That's all underwater, that's why it was shallow on the edges, but you did say it gets very deep very quick. So now I remember the waterfall. I'm going, I've been waffling too long. See you next time, hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, ciao for now.